Mad chapter 23, we see like a little flashback of John talking to Emma, his sister, about how their dad made crap food, and then we see him talking about like what makes a human human after his sister died. He's been wondering that question over and over again, and then he's like, I think his memories, which makes humans humans. It's not imagination or creativity or that stuff, but he said it's memories, and then we see him thinking about like the general and all them. And then we come back to the present. John hit the floor and he went splat, but he's not dead because he has an he's an adapter. And Bob is in a tree and he's like kind of like sprawled out on that. And he's not hurt at all. And he comes down and then John's like, "It's all my fault." And then he's like, "We've been over this. It's not your fault." He's like, "But I killed everybody and it felt good. I remember ripping through their flesh, and I felt freaking amazing." And then he's like, "Yeah, but it's not your fault because they were feeding aliens to babies, to women, even freaking newborns who could barely eat solid food." So then John's like, "Okay, fine. Then let me shoulder half of everything that you've been through." And then they're like, "We got to get back up there." And then they see Lily climbing down. They're like, "What? You came down with the rope? Good, we can come back up." And then an alien like corners them, and they get into a little crevasse, and they try to like hide, but it's like breaking through very easily. And then Bob's like, "Get out, get up there. I'll take it on." And then Lily's like, "No, you can't do that. I've always loved you." And then John's like, "You said I had incredible powers. You want me to use them to protect you guys? I'm gonna do it." And then he starts, stripping down to transform. And this is a big moment. But I like with the little parallels, like how Bob and John like feel like pressure and like they're at fault. But I want to see Bob's face. I want him to take off his mask. I want to know what he looks like. Hopefully, next chapter we see a little more of Leon. And then after the new tribe that we're going to. But yeah, chapter's great. You read it. Bye.